So you made it to part 3, and now
I'm going to turn all of this stuff from the last video
into a beautiful new neck weight.
Alright, so you're going to want to start by, of course, taking the tube out of your box, inspecting it, making sure that it's okay, there's no cracks. If there's cracks, it's going to cause you big problems. You don't want lead pellets going all over the pool. That's a good way to get your club banned from training. So these ones look good. Don't trust them right out of the box. They could have cracks or holes. Looks good. Oh, there's actually a damaged spot right here. You see that? So we're gonna cut right here to start with. And there are no cracks to the rest of the part, the rest of the tube. That's a bad spot. Okay, looks good. So what you wanna do then is put it around your neck. And you want to give yourself lots of wiggle room for the buckles to be tied off. So I would actually cut it down here, because when you feed it through the parachute clip, you're going to fold it back. So you want some extra there, and then on this end, you're going to fold it back. You want it about there, but then you also got to remember that this is going to be filled in volume, so it's going to be tight around your neck. So just roughly measuring, I would cut it right about there. We're gonna trim that down later, but this gives us lots of tube to work with. You don't wanna cut it too short. That would be a problem. Okay, so that's the first step. And the other thing, of course, is that you don't want what's this called? The valve, the air valve in your neck weight, right? So we're gonna be using this piece and not this piece, because that might be a little uncomfortable, I think. Yeah, that doesn't feel very nice. Okay, you want to take your parachute clip, and one end of it, you're going to feed it through your bicycle tube. So you're going to squeeze it through there. These can be a little bit tricky. So like I was saying before, this is why you really want to make sure that you have nice big parachute clips. This one could definitely be bigger. It would make our job a lot easier right now. Feed it through here. How you want it to look, you see the natural curve of the tube from coming out of before I cut it, and you want to have quite a bit of a tail on the other end, that way you can tape it together properly. Well, this is why it's really important to listen to what we're saying about making sure that you put these lead pelts in a proper bucket, because apparently last time I made neck weights, I thought it was a good idea to put a few extra lead pelts in this bag full of holes. So just make sure that you're pouring these things over within some sort of bucket. As you saw before, I was picking these things up all off the floor, and it's not fun. Every single time I start one of these projects, I get them all over the place. So here's a makeshift funnel, nothing fancy about that. And we're gonna pour over the lead. Oh boy. There we go. So that first bunch is now in here, and now you can see how that slides down to the bottom there. Nice and heavy. We have a couple inches filled, just like that. Okay, so now I just want to see how it's going to be fitting around our neck, just to test if we need to pour more in or not. So I just have a clip here that I'm going to clip off. We don't want any lead pellets coming all over our floor. And now we're just gonna test that, see how it fits around our neck. So that's getting quite good. That's quite good with a buckle around there. That's just about perfect, actually. It's nice and comfortable, fits nice. Okay, so we're happy with the weight. take the safety clip off. And we're gonna, oh, there's still some in there. That's why you always do this in a bucket. Still some in there. Okay, so we're actually gonna trim off the end a little bit. You wanna tape off, actually that side's pretty good. Can maybe get rid of a little bit. And on this side, we have lots of extra, right about there. Should be good. Okay, now we're gonna get to taping. Electrical tape for this one. It goes on nice and easy, so it's easier to make it with this. So we're taping off the loose ends so that no lead is gonna sneak out. The parachute clip is gonna stay where it is, stay put. Other people, they'll put wire ties on the end, but I found that unnecessary and it kind of makes it a little bit bulky. As long as you put enough tape on the end, you're fine. Because it's locked off at the parachute clip, and then this tape is just all it is really is just a backup. Okay, now you can time lapse. All right, so we got our outer layer of tape on. Now the only thing that's left to be done is decorate it for fun if you want. I'm gonna put some extra tape around the ends here to make it stronger, and also in the middle. In the middle is where they usually start to crack, just because that's where the most of this kind of stuff's going on. But yeah, test it out, make sure that it fits nicely, get the buckle on, feels good. Yep. And if you test the weight, let's see, it should be about 3.5 pounds. 3.6, that's great. We want it somewhere between 3.5 and 4 pounds. There's just a little bit of black dust on it, so you definitely want to wash your hands off really good before you handle food especially. We put extra electrical tape around the ends and around the middle where it's going to have a lot of wear, so that's just some extra strength. Fits nicely, nice and comfortable. The last thing to do is to test it out in the pool.